Aster, IG, we get into the draft. We'll take a look. We'll get into the transition here. And we'll see what they want to ban. We'll see if it's the same. Is it just going to be the Spirit Breakers and the TAs and the Tusks of the world or not?
I mean, Aster, yeah. I have the same feelings as I did with the patch. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
They have so much more to show. Hopefully they figure out what they got and how to draw it out of themselves, because, yeah, they didn't look too hot. They look good sometimes, like really good sometimes. And other times it's just like, is this Aster playing or disaster?
Yeah. Are they the Team Asters?
Team Aster.
You really got that inner Twitch chat in you.
That was way too. No. I hope though that the players are okay. I was just about to say, are they gonna bring out the new stuff? Because traditionally, I know that some of the players are a little bit stubborn, but Lanham isn't. Lanham is coaching them, so he's probably just like, all right, Tiny's a good hero, we're picking it right now. Does have a lot of counters though, like DP, for example. Oh, the bans, they're so smart.
Yeah, they already banned the Death Prophet, and we see an early Venge.
Deny
One of those heroes again that I just don't really. Yeah, I guess the deny pick, because that's what we saw with Extreme Gaming, right? They wanted the auras, they wanted the ability to have the swap and the stun. Like just going Ags and then Ag Shard was a pretty decent combo for Old 11 to get things started. Swap, double stun, avalanche toss. Blue has the damage. Queen of Pain.
Venge. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Not a surprise. Queen of Pain's been very contested recently, so we've been seeing a lot of it.
Yeah, it's strong. Got nerfed. Still strong. The nerf wasn't really substantial. Instant puck, which we've also seen as an answer, but when Nothing to Say played that matchup, he got destroyed as the puck. So let's see how Ori does in that matchup against Emo, because Emo is a pretty strong laner, or even a self-proclaimed god.
Yeah, to me, I don't want to say that that's cocky, because I do feel like in a region like this, you do kind of need that mindset of thinking you are that good, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to think that you're good, but thinking that you're too good leads to you stagnating. You know, you always got to know your weaknesses. If you think you're really good, that might imply that you think you don't really have any.
10 seconds. Invictus Gaming's turn to ban.
Just certainly, potentially a little bit crazy in some ways. And let's see where they go, because now they ban the axe. I had a couple of murmurs, or heard a couple of murmurs, that axe is pretty strong with the changes that they made to him.
I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately. But the perma armor also sounds kind of ridiculous, to be honest. You get like 10 kills or so, you suddenly have like 20 armor. That sounds very strong.
Yeah, you're getting 2 armor per kill on Culling Blade at the final level. The armor starts to stack up pretty high, and
I mean, you even get the Talent 2, which is retroactive. At like 20, I think. So yeah, let's say you just have 5 kills, you suddenly just get like an additional 5 armor with the however much you already accumulated before that.
Yeah, I will say it's a little bit odd in the way that it is just they really upped the cooldown as well. I think that was a bit of a heavy nerf. 100 seconds on the first level is a lot of time on Culling Blade. But does Culling Blade, they didn't change that, right? Where if you get a kill, it's still...
Yeah, you still refresh it. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's just more punishing for messing it up.
Missing it. Okay, so yeah, you still... I think that's fine. Whereas like what we saw with Necro, like, yeah, it's cool that you're going to get that extra regen, but if you miss 1 or 2, it does feel like it's not really as amazing as it could be, or if you wait a little bit too long.
It's actually a pretty good nuke too. I'm just looking at it. If you take the talent, it's a 600 pure damage nuke through BKB. That could potentially be very helpful.
Mm-hmm. Well, they ban it. They get rid of it.
Yeah.
They do not have the first pick in the second pick phase, so they do end up getting rid of it and maybe not wanting to fight against it.
Invictus Gaming's Aster's turn to pick.
And they go Disruptor. So Disruptor giving you
okay.
that chase, Disruptor giving you a little bit of control, and maybe it scares you out of picking, say, something that is like a Wraith King, but you've already got Tiny anyway.
It's a very good combo too with Venge. The swap into Kinetic plus Static Storm is very strong against heroes like Puck. If you don't expect it, you're just dead.
5 seconds remaining.
Now what could they go for? Like, the Tiny is locked into a 1, pretty much 100%. You cannot play it as a support. Maybe you could get away as an offlaner, but not really.
And there is Rubik, which...
Omni.
And Omni Knight.
Okay.
Wow. So Omni's had a couple of changes. Rubik's Ags has been changed, where now he can steal 2 spells. If you get 2 spells from this team right now, I think that could be overwhelmingly devastating. That's for sure.
If you get there, it's always the problem though, right? Because the early game is still a big portion of the game, which is where Omni Knight comes into play, because Omni is actually a really strong lane support now. They got rid of the Degen aura, but they gave him a hammer ability, which is actually a decent nuke on the lane. It also slows. And yeah, I think it's gonna do really well paired up with a Tiny. And I go back into Necro straight away. It's a super traditional Tiny counter. You have really high health, so the aura is going to deal a lot of damage. You have no armor, so the Reckless deal a lot of damage. And if there's a Necro Venge lane, you're in trouble as Tiny.
Is this just the 5-position Omni Knight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is he off laning?
It could be off lane, but I just feel like it's a super good support here now with the hammer change. For the off lane, the Degen was actually kind of necessary.
It'll be interesting to see this Hammer of Purity.
Yeah, does it still heal you? It doesn't, I think, right?
Now slows the target, damage rescaled, now as a cast point, speed projectile, no longer attack modifier.
Yeah, it doesn't heal you anymore. But yeah, like just level 1, how much base damage do you have at 1? Let me see. You have, let's say, 59. So 60% of that is like 36 plus 50. It's like a good 86 damage nuke that slows by 14% for 5 seconds. For 50 mana. Quite value.
Yeah, it only goes up to 82, which is not you know, a terribly mana cost.
Yeah, I just have a double nuke now, right? You have Purification plus the hammer plus 2 tiny nukes. That is potentially a lot of damage.
10 seconds remaining.
So the shards now Degen aura.
Yeah.
They banned the Oracle. Oracle also getting a couple of like buffs in a way.
Yeah, they mainly banned it though because of the Necro. Like, you can purge of the Shroud too easily with that.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Oracle come out and get the Ags, where you get this new ability called Reign of Destiny.
You're literally Keeper of the Grove from Warcraft 3 back then. I don't know if you know that hero. Where he just stands there. It's like a healing rain, basically.
Looks cool.
It looks really bad. But the effect is cool. Like, the visuals of the spell is literally just some runes on the floor and some really weird-looking raindrops. The first time I saw it, I was like, eh. So, now we see if Omni is going to be a support or offlaner, and it's going to be an offlaner. Oh, Chen.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
one of my personal favorites this patch. It's so good with all the neutral changes.
Yep, and it really will give us insight on like what really they want to take, what creeps they want to take. Because there can be some that are really annoying, like
10 seconds
the new pine cones could be very annoying.
5 seconds
yeah, I think the frost. You want to take the ancient golem for sure, because there's a 10% AOE cooldown reduction aura. It's really strong.
Yeah, the time warp aura from the
and it stacks too, I believe. I'm not sure on that, but maybe it does. And the carry now that can somewhat clear out Chen's creeps as well, and it's not too greedy. I guess PA is rough because you got tiny with it. It's not an easy pick. The draft of Aster is very well rounded. Going to the Morphling. So they're going to the Magic because Tiny has a ton of armor. Makes sense, but the new Morph is... I want to see his item build more than anything, really, because E-Blade is not really a thing anymore. And I don't know how strong a Morphling really is without E-Blade. Because E-Blade was just such a staple on him.
It's going to be an off-lane Omni Knight, and it is XXS, by the way, even though it's an apple.
5 Rubik?
It's a 5 Rubik, which I'm not too sure.
This Tiny is going to get obliterated.
I'm not a huge fan of Rubik in the 5. I think Rubik does need a good amount of farm, and he does need a good amount of experience as well. Having him be the 5 position, I think, is a very detrimental move to allowing Rubik to be able to do what he wants to get done. I don't know if I really like it. I'm also really scared of Fly Morph, as is tradition. I don't really like him playing the Morph, but here we are.
Yeah.
It's also not an off-lane Venge. It's off-lane Necro.
Yeah, it's got to be off-lane Necro. There's no other choice. But yeah, I'm really worried for this Tiny. Omni-Net often doesn't really scale super well, so if they can't protect the Tiny, which a Rubik definitely can't, maybe they will just switch lanes, to be honest. And Bulbika is just a Chen player, and they'll just put the Chen into the safe lane, which would make way more sense. So if that happens, they can definitely beat the Necro. If Rubik is there, Aster just loses automatically.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because it does make it a little bit concerning. And even with the Bulbika Chen there, like if he's not there at all times, it could be problematic too, right? Like he steps out of lane to get a creep, they dive him. Then you're going to have a stun from the Venge, JT chasing in. Like, it could be a bit of an issue for Tiny, who just wants to stand there and get some farm.
Yeah, the biggest problem for Tiny is just going to be, like, I don't think he will die, to be honest, unless he gets really greedy. But you always lose the resource battle to Necro in the long run, which is like how he wins lanes, right? Like it's Death Pulse spam, plus the aura, just giving him all that mana and HP. You just lose at some point. But Chen can kind of mitigate that because he has a nice aura for that. But the question is, do you even want to go into the aura nowadays? Because the other 2 spells are so good. The aura is kind of not that great in comparison.
Yeah, we'll have to see, and we'll see right now as we'll swap on into game number 1 and take a look at what we're going to get here. How the Tiny's going to fare is very important, and he needs to get to that 15-minute mark just about.
Yeah.
To really make things happen.
So he's going, he went to the headless on the Chen. So if he skills the aura now, that's 3.5 HP region addition for Monet, which would kind of cancel out the Necro aura, so that's nice. But that also means that you can't go into the Penitence early on. It's honestly quite a decent aura. Actually, now at second glance, it gives 1 armor, 1.5 HP region. It's not bad.
30 seconds to battle.
Level 4 feels really underwhelming, though.
And we'll get this ward out of the way. They take out a ward that had an ethereal gem. It was a bugged Frostivus Frost ward. It's pretty cool. Has Miracle's signature on it.
Why not mine?
Did you have any self-made
autographs?
Self-made autographs that were used for glitched items? Wasn't there was that guy in one of the TIs who was buying everybody's self-made autographs just so he can make the glitched items?
I know some of mine were used for, well, mostly Patch and Anti-Mage, unfortunately.
It would be cool if we get Pudge and Anti-Mage back into the mix a little bit more and we see some glitched items, but I don't know who...
Still terrible.
Who has them. To see Trail of the Burning Doom on Pudge would be pretty cool. Or even the Anti-Mage.
Always taking a lot of the rifle damage. And we got the range creep denied as well. Emo already taken an early lead in the lane. So what is the skill build here for? Oh yeah, Heavenly Grace now applies to both heroes in lane. I forgot about that. So you get 8 HP region and 8 bonus strength for 10 seconds on both heroes. That is insane.
Yeah, that does feel pretty good at level 1, and like you said, they're going to move Chen over into the bottom lane and have this Rubik up in the top lane.
Yeah, Actually, they just want to win the side lanes by out-regioning, it looks like. We'll see if the Chen goes to the aura or not. Ollie
and looking to get the kill here onto Ollie for first blood, coming out from the Omni Knight.
The hammer, man. It actually does so much damage.
That did do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's like almost 100. And you
I
don't
had to look
really
for a
expect
second because it kind of looked like Purification. I was like, Purification? What? And he's got the hammer. Hammer? Well, okay. 50 mana. Very worth. Avalanche comes out. Level 2 here on Monet. But he has gone Tree and Avalanche, so he doesn't have the toss back to get the kill. But he is outputting a couple of right clicks all of a sudden, and both Frisk and JT, well, forced to regen up, especially Frisk.
Yeah, that's the weakness of Necro. He's really weak, level 1. Level 2 isn't that strong either, but once you get 3 and beyond, this is where it becomes really obnoxious in the lane.
What did he take? He took a Hill Troll. Those have the ensnare, so they have that extra bit of lockdown.
What's his ensnare guy?
He can pull these creeps over.
Here's the ensnare guy. Oh, JT, he has a stick.
Ensnare in second. He wants him to use it. Avalanche comes out. Ooh, Fairy Fire. Now the stick. Yeah, he wanted him to use it. He forced him to use it, and he's still hitting away at JT.
Hey, JT, you're dying to creeps.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We've talked about how JT really needs to be the guy here for IG. I think a lot of it, especially with this team, is that he's the anchor. So it's very important to have him have a good performance. And meanwhile, they're also trying to keep Bobica from doing well on this Chen. They've blocked out this camp over here. And, well, we'll see what Frisk does as he picks up the bounty at the 3-minute mark.
That should help.
All right. So, mid lane. Quap is winning again. Is this just a Quap favorite matchup or what?
Denied.
Oh, there's the ensnare out on the Frisk.
Yeah.
And they're just looking to kill the creep, and instead he'll deny it. Bobica not giving it away.
Once he's level 3, it's gonna be really hard down there with 2 Chen creeps. And the max level also increases to 4. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. How's the Morph farming? Yeah, he's doing just fine.
Yeah, Morph now doing all right. I guess the aggression not coming out as much from XXS anymore. He's only level 3 at the moment. He's about to hit that level 4. The supports are kind of out of lane for the moment. So, interested to see how this kind of progresses, as Ori's going to get a little bit of help here from Pikyu. And Ollie actually will spot him. Or Ori actually will come over, right? And now might die. They've got the kinetic field to get the kill, and Emo gets credit for it. Seems like every time we watch Queen of Pain in the mid lane, they are always winning these lanes.
Puck shouldn't be doing this badly against them. Oh, bot lane. Nah. Fake. Fake hype.
Fake hype.
Cause Ghost Shroud OP. It's not my fault Ghost Shroud is OP. He's a damn necro picker. Blame him, not me. You know, Puck used to be like a Quap counter, or considered a Quap counter, and now Quap is just dumpstering him every time we see it. I wonder if that's because no one's skilling the dagger anymore, and they go heavy into the Scream. Which people already did back then, though. And it was still Puck favorite.
Dire's middle tower is under
There is this one mechanic, though, where if you phase shift, and you go out of the phase shift instantly, like you don't disjoint the Scream. You know, like, it will hit you still if you become vulnerable while still in the air. Which is like very like finicky. Because it's not like most other spells.
And it seems like Ori is kind of fallen back to the baseline of form, right? Like we were seeing Ori play a lot better before. And during the season, it felt like he was really strong. Now, in the finals and in this event so far, it has not felt like it has gone over that way. JT again taking Denver bottom and is forced to run all the way back to the tower.
Wow!
Almost loses the the satyr there.
Yeah, I forgot about the satyr creep, which he just takes a new one now. It gives 2.5 mana regen per second. He has a basilisk, so he has like 4 mana regen per second bonus. Kind of insane.
Yeah, 5.8 at the moment. They're bringing Emo down towards bot. They've got the Shadow Strike. And Bobica turning this around on Emo. They've got the Venge trying to throw the stun on a Monet to get the kill, but they have themselves the help from PQ as well as Ori. So they'll drop down the Dream Coil. They'll get themselves the Fable and the kill. And at that time, they come bottom, they're going to lose XXS up in the top lane.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Emo thought there. He just blinked onto full HP Chen. Like, Chen is not weak. He's quite tanky and demonstrates it there. But I mean, at least the Morphling is having a free game, so... Yeah, as I said, I'm very curious to see his item build. Because it should be very different.
Oh.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's gonna hurt.
What exactly?
XXS TP top and got glimpsed right back.
Oh, yeah. This kind of mistake is... it shouldn't happen at this level of play, because you know the Disruptor is there.
Monet about to get chased. They don't really have help here for Monet.
Look how tanky he is, though. He has plus 12 armor. So 15
now
total.
They're finally coming over. Avalanche.
Ooh, if you
They're gonna get a quick Reaper Scythe. They want to get this first stack out. They're gonna try and get it. JT though, he's gonna need some help finding it, and unfortunately unable to do so. Frisk now in some trouble fighting Bobica. JT, he's under the tower, and it goes horribly for IG. They don't even get the Reaper Scythe out on the Monet. Exactly what they wanted. They want that first Reaper Scythe. They want that extra help, that extra regen to come out early.
Yeah, but Monet knows how tanky he is. Look at his health. 1600 health, 15 armor under the tower. You're not killing the guy that easily. You need to co-op to really burst him with the Reaper. She was nowhere to be seen.
Omni Knight Soul Ring to start with the phase boots.
Yeah, I'm also wondering what item he's gonna go for. Cause Fighter Omni is kind of dead.
Is DJ Nora worth it?
Yeah, DJ Nora is super important.
Getting it at 15 minutes feels again super early.
Yeah, but I don't know if you have the money for that as offlaner this game. 1400 is still an investment, right? Quite a big investment at that time, especially.
Very, very worth it for say somebody like Monet, who goes like Echo Saber, Shadow Blade Shard.
Ori, can I get a surprise silence? Oh, he moved up in time. How did he know?
I don't know.
Intuition.
it's the VAC.
Yeah, if
Fly still though eating some harassment.
If it disconnects soon, we know why.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Wi-Fi just getting chased here by the Omni Knight. PQ doesn't want to eat those shots. That doesn't feel great.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bench is rotating top and now back to middle. So are they planning to help them off or not?
Now back to top.
Yeah, Frisk a little bit frisky.
Unsure of what he wants to do.
Monet's here too now. If you want to sack the tower, you gotta do it like ASAP. But
now they're trying to bring numbers over. They've got themselves the stun of the magic missile, kinetic field onto XXS. XXS, he's surrounded. They have JT coming over, and again, he does want that Reaper Scythe, but they've blown up Frisk. They look over at the rest. JT now focusing on a Monet. They've got Emo. They have the Shadow Strike, the Reaper Scythe with the Sonic Wave. They'll get the kill on a Monet. They've also taken out PQ, so a lot of heroes. Actually, everybody coming up top for the side of IG. They want to get the kill on a Bobica as well to get the +1. They've got the glimpse. They have the kinetic field. They'll get a second for Fly. 3 overall. This brings everybody over from, I believe, both sides.
You have to expect that, though, up top. When you're Aster. Like, you're hitting that tower for, what, a whole minute? And Morphling is not leaving. There's, like, every indication then they'll defend it. Omni Knight, no, he's not gonna glimpse back to base again. He learned from his mistake. But yeah, like you gotta respect that. Emo, no follow-up.
I kind of say they might want like an Orchid or something.
You know, those are the mistakes I've been talking about when we spoke about Aster. Like, it's very basic stuff, you know? Like, you play this game pro for a long time, you know the indications for defense. Like, it wasn't like it was hidden or like a good smoke or anything, right? The Morph was just there and chilling. And his basic mistakes
really has, Bobica really has the pick of the litter here with this giant stack in the triangle.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, that's a massive one. The little tree man looks so cute. The Warpine Raiders. I'm a little bit sad they don't have the God's Rebuke that they had in the Labyrinth.
Ooh, Static Storm, but they don't get the kinetic field up in time.
Yeah, the form delay is a little bit of a hindrance oftentimes. 1 second is not, you know, that fast. Especially against the Lucifer like that.
Level 2 in the Heavenly Grace, so giving you 12 HP regen.
Yeah. The mechanic that it gets stronger the more like debuffs you purge is also very interesting.
Rubik in some trouble. Ooh,
wait, they just saved him.
That was a little bit of miscommunication. He's safe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All right, IG.
Oh, okay.
Happened. Because of cooldown again.
That's not going to be what he wants. Yeah, they're going to fight over mid. They're going to look, though. The Dream Core comes down to 3. He goes into the Ghost Shroud. They've got the Reaper Sight coming in, but he'll be saved. So Monet stays alive. They've now used the Reaper Sight. Themo going to be forced to blink away. Monet, he wanted a tree, and he steps up onto the high ground. I don't know if that's where he wants to be. He's taking some right-click damage from Firefly, who waveforms in. They've got the glimpse to bring him back. The Avalanche gets tossed on a Firefly. They get the kill on Monet. They throw the Magic Missile out onto XXS. JT moving forward, but he's been silenced. The illusory orb for the Penitence thrown out into JT. Not enough to get any kills yet for Aster. Is, well, IG just keep coming. And they just keep coming, and they just keep coming, and they get the kill on a Bobica. They're going to look for Ori. Illusory orb, thinking about maybe jaunting the other way, but goes up the steps. And with all 5 heroes here from IG, they'll grab 2 kills. Monet stepping well too far into the hands of IG and getting killed off.
The first time I respect because he knew he had all the heal back up, but the second time he walked back in, started hitting the tower again, it was way too deep. They had glimpse also ready, and like it was a really good bait at first, right? They reapered him at like 25% health, but he got healed to full pretty much, and there was no need to walk back in again. Oh, there's a massive stack. Can they steal that? Probably not.
They need to secure it. Avalanche, Hammer of Purity, all thrown at Frisk. The Magic Missile's out, but they still have help here. Purification gets the kill out onto Frisk, and now they've got JT in a little bit of trouble. Goes into the Ghost Shroud. They do have Ollie ready to go. Ori comes over. Static Storm's placed down, and now they've stolen themselves the Death Pulse. They look over as the Dream Core is going to be placed down. That snaps onto Emo. They get the kill on a JT. They look over at Ollie. They'll finish off a third. Firefly can't really do much, and it's a triple kill for XXS. They throw the numbers right on back. The Death Pulse, the extra heal coming off from the Rubik, it certainly helps secure that fight. That does not go well for IG.
Yeah, I miss my old Rubik against Necro matchup where the region was tied to the Death Pulse. It was like the perfect Rubik spell. No longer the case, of course.
Now they'll try to grab the stack again.
Yeah. What is Omni's going for Orchid out of all items? Okay, very interesting.
That's what I said he needed. Or I said they needed on Aster. They needed an Orchid. Coach Top coming in. Sonic Wave used. Magic Missile comes out, and Picky, he throws the Death Pulse. It does a lot of damage there to the Queen of Pain, but well, they still get the kill on the Rubik, and they'll take the Death Pulse away. What were you going to say about Coach B-Cop? I heard a little bit of a doubt.
You'll see what happens if it doesn't pay off, man. He's gonna feed. You're like, oh, damn it.
That gives him the extra right click. He starts putting out the damage.
Yeah, it's not
Blitz
terrible.
Knuckle build up.
The new Orchid is not terrible. Swap on
Swap
Monet.
Magic Missile, Static Storm, as well as the Kinetic Field. Omni Knight. And he's going to not be there to help him out. They've got the Reaper Sight that hits on a Monet, but doesn't get the kill once again. They have themselves the Shadow Strike, and they'll finish off Monet. Whoa. XXS popping the Guardian Angel just a little bit too late. They've got Emo jumping in with the Blink. Fable comes out from PickU. The Dreamco is going to be out on a 3. They've got the stun on an Emo. Emo in some trouble with the Uzi Orb, as well as the silence coming in from the Waning Rift of Ori. They'll get the kill on Emo. They've got the Kinetic Field around on Ori, who will go into the phase shift. He's trying to survive. He's trying to get some help here. He's got himself the help from XXS, but it's just not enough. The Heavenly Grace doesn't heal him in time, and Fly on a killing spree as they take out the 1 and 2 of Aster, losing their 2 and their 4.
Yeah, Monet has to be a little bit more careful. He got picked off like 3 times consecutively out of position and sort of baited his team into an unfavorable engagement. He's very tanky as a Tiny, of course, but they have a ton of spell damage on IG, so the high armor isn't as efficient as it would be otherwise. And he has to really respect that.
He really is kind of struggling, eh? It's not like... and it's struggling on his own behalf. It's not like struggling as IG are they're capitalizing on mistakes, but they're not making these amazing moves that are forcing Monet into these bad positions.
Wait, didn't see the
got
Orchid?
the Magic Missile, and they'll just get a quick kill there on XXS.
Wait, what? He just farmed the creep wave with the Orchid in front of him. There's no way that can surprise you.
Uh-oh, they're still coming over. I don't know why PickU would come over this way.
What?
Oh, Fly, what?
He wants all the strength. Actually, sorry.
And Ollie's dead too. What?
Oh, wow, that was a Fly moment.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, stamp it with the seal of Fly approval, because that is such a moment that I've come to see with him on this morph. And we take a replay at it. We'll glance over. Thank you, production. That's perfect. I love that. Exactly what I wanted.
Was well played by Rubik, of course. You know, recognizing the only chance that he has is if Morphling somehow is on full agi. And he didn't move up. And as soon as he spawns, he goes up by 500 HP. Okay, no more of that, please. I always wonder what your teammates think after that happens. You know, it's like, oh my god, that again.
Why did we give him morph again? New patch, nothing changes.
Oh, he didn't swap him for his... Oh, dropped the
and now he swapped him. Reaper Sight?
Wait, too early? Oh no, they didn't get a stack.
And he still only has 1 stack.
It's a little bit upsetting.
If Rubik steals 1 Reaper Scythe and gets a kill with it, I think he's happy.
I think it's tied to the spell though, so once you lose the spell, you lose the charges too. Like Finger of Death. Coil onto the quad.
That's unfortunate. Uzi Orb, Coil, all there on Emo. Avalanche followed up. They've got the Static Storm, but they don't have the help to save Emo, and they're going to lose JT. Static Storm, Kinetic Field, it's on the money, but it's, well, only chump change when it comes to helping out.
Now look at the level 4 penitence on Roshan. With everyone hitting. It is so ridiculous. 120 attack speed to everything.
Look at the Centaurs and the Wild Wing.
Well, easy Roche. I really think Chen is going to be much more contested in the future. The hero is so busted right now.
No, I was coming up with bad patch ideas because I was thinking about the patch and everything. What if you could stack Roche?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, that worked.
I don't know. It was just an idea.
Yeah, but the idea needs to have some ground it's based on.
Well, each time Roche respawns, he respawns with more ads with him, and you can stack the ads if you wanted to.
Okay. What are the ads?
I don't know. I didn't get that
mini
far.
golems?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, just year beasts.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Year beasts. Oh, sure. I'm always, I'm all about that crazy in Dota.
Trying to take the bottom tier 3, and they were putting some pressure on. If Drum's on bench, and you go into the Blast, ooh, good coil on a 3. They've got themselves the Spirit Vessel, the Telekinesis out on to Fly. Fly trying to position himself in a good enough spot to, well, maybe turn this around, but they get the kill on a Frisk immediately. Spirit Vessel once again into the Ghost Shroud. Illusory Orb going to follow this up and continue to move on to JT. Avoids the Death Pulse, Kinetic Field. It's all there. Ori continues with him, and the Tree Toss. Monet with the double kill. They'll take out JT. The whole time, Emo's just kind of up towards top lane, not really helping out, and it might even just be a third. Fly, he's got the Orchid, so he makes this difficult. But what's also making it difficult for the two of them is the Ice Shaman.
Which has been disposed of immediately. Thank you for the goal, says Monet. Mid tower shouldn't stand for too much longer. Yeah, and when you play this Tiny, it seems to be just like back then when it was like this broken meta. Well, even at TI, he was still very strong, right? You just buff up the Tiny and let Tiny do the work in the mid game.
And the build seems so easy for him too. Like Echo Saber, Shadow Blade, now a Shard at 15 minutes. You can get that very early on, and then you just go into the Silver Edge. It feels very strong. And then if you need to, you could disassemble the Echo Saber.
Yeah, into the BKB, which is usually what we see. But yeah, just look at Tiny now.
Ooh, Ori.
Wait, how did he die? He got solo killed by Fly actually.
Dropping bottom, Orchid comes out and ends up getting the damage to get the kill.
No Yules. But yeah, just take a little glimpse at Tiny. 375 damage with 1 Silver Edge. It's like no damage items. 3000 health, like 20 armor. Why? Why?
Yeah. And he's going to get into this third level of Grow and feel even stronger, obviously.
It causes a double damage increase, actually.
Ooh, they know this courier's coming this way, and Monet in a second is about to wallop on a Frisk. He's got the damage, he has the kill, out onto this Venge to start. Now Fly's nearby. Fly also going to lose this courier. They've got the Spirit Vessel. They're going to need to help him. They're coming around the back. They're going to try to help out Fly. He may even turn on this, but instead, no. You see Emo and the rest, they're going to smoke and go the opposite direction towards Ori. So they'll continue their charge. They go for Fly. They've got the Spirit Vessel on him once again. They get the kill there, and on the other side of this smoke is broken, and Ori escapes. So they try to smoke. They try to turn to get themselves something to salvage, and they get nothing.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate because the way Aster's playing right now is just sticking as 4, letting Ori do his own thing. Now the Yules is also pretty much unkillable. So, yeah. Oh, Tiny, by the way, 4.1k health.
Yeah.
Heaven is great. Very cool.
He's also now got 475 damage.
Yeah, so how it works is Grow is now a double increase in damage for Tiny. You get the 40 damage bonus, of course, but then you also get the 3 bonus damage multiplier from it now.
He's also got the Swiftness Aura that's coming out. Like, he's got a lot here from the help from Chen. They're going to look over at Frisk. They're going to try and get this kill. They've stolen the Magic Missile. This isn't a Rubik game where we're going to see the Ags and the double spell steal, but still, Rubik with some space and some time feels relatively strong. They have the break. He goes into the Ghost Shroud. They've got the swap back in the Magic Missile thrown over on Monet, but the 3-man silence with the Waning Rift, the Telekinesis, and the Magic Missile throws him down onto Ali, so that'll stun up the Disruptor for a second. Monet still standing his ground. They got the Reaper sight, and they're trying to get this kill. He's lost the Aegis. He doesn't have the damage to get anything out of it. Dream Coil placed down. They've lost themselves the Tiny to get the kill on a Frisk. They'll take out Ollie, or he gets 2. They'll buy back on both those heroes. They continue to chase to try and find something now on IG to back them out of the base. Boba in their face just TP's out.
All of them do.
Frisk right there. But he gets stunned by the Telekinesis.
Yeah, but it was again Monet being a little bit overconfident. Like his Aegis was about to run out. Walks up the high ground anyway. He is strong, as I said before, but you aren't strong enough to just tank 3-4 ultimates in your face. Like, you need your BKB if you want to do that. And IG takes advantage of that again.
Definitely sucks, by the way, that he didn't get the Reaper Sights kill once again.
Yeah, it's difficult. Very difficult. If he's lucky, he's gonna get a Titan Sliver this time around. You know me, Titan Sliver is so busted on Tiny.
Tiny going BKB.
He would have already had it if he disassembled his Echo Saber. Chose not to.
Yeah, I was just about to say he didn't even disassemble.
I think they also need an Alpha Wolf. Like 30% bonus damage for the Tiny. Obviously, is a lot. It's just 120. Do they have one? There's one right there. Come on, go grab it. Gotta grab it.
Obika?
He goes up, he sees, and Ori kills it.
Kills it.
No, he says.
Oh no, he takes it.
Thank you. Now look at Tiny's damage.
Now he hits for 612. Oh my.
I think an easy fix would be that you just give it the like you make the tree toss green damage or the tree green damage rather than base damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I hope you know the difference between green and white damage.
But does Tiny just get nerfed to the ground if that happens?
No. No.
Swap comes out.
Rubik.
And oh god, Avalanche on the 3. Flyby trying to stand his ground against XXS. They get the kill on a Frisk. It's Monet who gets the damage out to do so. They've got the Reaper Sight that finally gets a kill as it takes out Piku. Piku's going to buy back immediately, and they go after Flyby. They've got him getting pushed back thanks to, I believe, the Wild Walker, and they go over. They've got the Avalanche, the kinetic field. JT trying to run away, but on the other side of the fight, they've got themselves this Rubik. Emo, Flyby focusing their attention there. They get the kill to JT. They've got the Sonic Wave. They've got themselves the heal coming up from the Chen, and a Dream Coil on the 2. XXS trying to keep up with Flyby. They toss him over to the Morphling, who will try to TP out, but the Rubik is here. They've got the rules coming out from Ori. They'll have the damage to get the kill on a Flyby. They'll take out the Morphling. And take out 3, losing just this Rubik.
All right, it's time for some math, Biko. Okay. So Chen heals 275 plus 600.
Emo? All right.
It's fine. Which is 875. All right. But all that gets amplified by 30%. So 87 times 3 is 261. 262.5. Wait, I'm typing in chat. 262.5 plus what did I say? 875, right?
Sure.
So it's 1,000. 35. Sorry. 1,135, 32, 35, 32.5. It's a lot of heal, B-Cop.
Yeah, it is a lot of heal. The cool thing was Bobica used the Wild Wing Ripper and used the Hurricane to push back Flyby, I believe.
Yeah, the pushback is super strong. As I said, all these neutral creeps and the new effects are super strong. Does he also have the aura? He also has the aura, so they have 15% extra magic resistance now on every hero. All these creeps are way too good. And Monet is sitting way too hard with the Titan Slipper now too.
Oh, he did get it. Oh gosh.
700 damage! Look at that! Why is that allowed? Oh, he's on the top.
Flyby.
Ah, he didn't get the combo off before he tossed him in? No.
Is it gonna matter?
They might have gotten the kill if he tossed him to the Omni, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, carry tiny players are not real tiny players, you know? They just know how to hit creeps with it.
By the way, the build here for Flyby has been Orchid, Manta, Dragonlance, now Scotty with a casual Morbid Mask.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to the build, it just doesn't feel nearly as strong as it did with the E-Blade, of course. And he goes into Vlad's next as well in Chen, so even more bonus damage. Can Tiny find a DD too, please? Goodbye, Ollie.
He's down in a JT. They're going to follow this up
with
potentially a +1. They've got the damage. The swap comes out, and now he's going to stick with this Necro, but they get hit by the magic missile. They'll take Frisk instead. Okay.
So with the base.
On to the tier 3 they go.
Boing, boing, boing. Okay, they're like, okay, Cliff. I can't believe he's hitting for 800.
God, he's got so many buffs.
Look at the damage on
691.
He wanted the creep wave.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Down to bottom. Take the other racks.
3 hits.
Dire's
4,
bottom barracks are under
5,
bottom tower has
6,
fallen.
7.
Radiant's bottom
8.
barracks are under Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
And then a smoke to the top lane.
Or kill
Or
the
just
necro.
a kill on a JT, sure. Ori unstoppable.
Dire's top tower
8, 3, and 10. Monet 5, 4, and 14.
So anticlimactic. He's just hitting. Like they can't do anything to it. He has 4,000 HP.
Wing forward gets the silence.
You're
There's
dead.
the avalanche as well as the toss. They've got themselves the swap. The silence is there out onto Frisk, but there's nothing that they can really do to stop Monet. They got the tier 3 tower already. They got the Dream Coil, and the swap that was stolen stuns up Firefly. A call GG right off of that. And Aster will take game number 1.
Yeah. Well, we spoke about the Tiny, how he's definitely one of the bigger patch winners, and I think this game perfectly demonstrated why. And it's such a scary hero. Free Battle Fury, 2 stuns, free. How much armor is it? 20. Is it 24 armor he gets for free?